Well, hello, and welcome back to Idle Kingdom Defense. So today, 24,030, and of course, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and you know it, I know it, make sure you ring that bell. So, King's Ruin, of course, has been ruined. I guess I forgot to get my bonuses. If you missed out yesterday, we did do the test with Christian, and it was pretty slow. Whoops. We don't want to go back with the dragon. We can take a max dragon. It took about 20 minutes to do all 15 stages, so about a minute and a half a stage, give or take. But a little less. I guess it was a little less. I think it was more like a minute 15 on average. Yeah, probably like a minute 15. A little more than that, maybe like a minute 17. So that's when that was that. I do believe Marion just won hands down because basically there are certain stages she could clear in like 20 seconds, and Christian just couldn't. Obviously, the higher the artifacts are, the more it would benefit Christian because Marion's special was already one-shotting, his special was one-shotting, but the stronger anybody's basic attack is, especially for Christian because his basic attack is AoE, that would favor Christian more. That's why I kind of put it off. But again, I mean, you need to be kind of realistic. If you're looking to be a support main, and if you're asking me, I would say no, you want to be a warrior main. Don't even bother being a support main. Do not copy what I'm doing. And the Archer store has been purchased, and we do need to astrologize. I would 100% advise you not to copy me and just be a warrior main. But the reality is Christian and Marion are both supports. You only need to level 3 supports. If you're doing support, if you're doing supports, you need to level up 2 supports. So same thing with the warrior. You need to level up, basically you need to level up your main DPS to 20k and Sophia to 20k. Those are the two things you need to do. That 100% you have to do regardless, right? The reality is once you have those two leveled up, if you're trying to say, well, should I be Christian or Marion, or should I be Vincent or Thor, leveling up a second character to 20k, is actually extremely easy. And the thing is, by the time you get the artifacts high enough, you'll easily have enough to level up. Like look at how many 20k characters I have. And a lot of them are completely unnecessary. We'll actually take a look after this, after we finish purchasing some heroes. But, all that said, how are you doing today? I do hope everything is going well for you. Obviously, everything's going great here. And so here's an example, right? And I understand I have leveled suboptimally with my artifacts. And I have been playing the game for a really long time. But I have 6 characters at max level. And if you're choosing between these, like my Christian, Marion, and Sophia have been maxed forever. So if you're worried about that, I wouldn't even worry about it. Switching between a hero of the same type is no problem at all. And even the amount of work you would put into getting a second hero up. And again, really it gets expensive, I would say after 1600. So the last 4,000 levels, which is about 25% of the character's power. You're going to have an effective 75% of the way. And again, if you already have one character to 20k, you can just wait. You can just switch once the other one gets to 20k, and of course you do all the refining. You're going to have so much resource because of how much upgrading you have to do that you don't need to worry about being super optimal as long as you're choosing between 2 warriors or 2 supports. And honestly, you might as well try some. We'll probably do another test with Christian later. I just did it because I know somebody was looking to make that choice, and I'm just trying to say, the choice is not as fixed as you make it out to be. It's only fixed if you're choosing between warrior and support, in which case, again, I would recommend you choose warrior. Not only would I recommend you choose warrior, I'd also recommend you take the time. And survey says defense. I recommend that you take the time to actually get flat attack on both your artifacts. Because the reality is the fact that I don't have flat attack on both my artifacts is such a negative for me. That, and not only that, having flat attack actually makes it more viable for Christian, because you're basically giving because one of Christian's weaknesses is he has lower base attack than Marion. That's just one of the things it is. Well, as soon as you add flat attack on the artifact, that actually reduces the disadvantage between the two heroes. Not to mention just like in general how good it is to just have it. You know, it's really strong. You really want to have it. I'm discounting that part a little bit, but it is. And survey says trash. Did we get another trash affix? We did. And I just want to point that out because it's important to keep in mind, like, just how powerful flat attack scales. Like, if I had flat attack on both of my artifacts, Marion would probably be close to, I would say, over 250 million attack right now, which is maybe even higher, because if I had it on both, I honestly, I would expect it to almost double her attack at this point. So I would honestly expect her attack to be around 360 million. So, I mean, that's a lot, but also not a lot. She's doing, I mean, wow, that's a much bigger number, but keep in mind that she's just doing double the damage. But it does mean her growth accelerates even more, right? It basically makes her artifacts quadratic instead of cubic, which is, I think that's right. Yeah, quadratic to the 4th power, because you have basically the orb times the ring times the flat attack times the crit damage. So just keep that in mind. That's actually the bigger thing than what hero do I pick? What anything do I pick? Make sure you have both of those. Again, a warrior still wins because there's no downtime for the buffs. Like there's no Luke buff that has a 1 to 2 second gap. He has all the buffs 100% of the time. And Brian's buff doesn't matter, and Daniel's buff doesn't matter either, really. They're just nice to have. Daniel's buff, as it only adds 12,000 to the crit damage, the more crit damage you get, the less impactful it is. It basically decreases the percentage of his buff. So it starts out super strong, because when you only have like 50k crit damage, adding that's about 25% extra damage. When you have 500k crit damage, it's now 2.5%, so it really doesn't matter that much. I mean, again, would you have it over not having? Absolutely. And survey says more defense, of course. So, I mean, just some things to keep in mind. But the other thing is, like, the bonus for warriors, which is built into the castle itself. Those have 100% uptime, and they favor the warriors over the support. So that didn't go how I wanted it to go. So we have 16 rings. And we have... That is a lot of orbs. I guess we're sweeping rings. It actually ended up lopsided. Maybe I should have been a bit more careful. I didn't mean for it to be so lopsided. We can even it out tomorrow. At least we're getting some rings. Yeah, one more. That's actually, I think we got a lot. Well, shouldn't have said something until we were done. Alright, so I don't even know if we're going to be able to get the orb to 20. Well, maybe we will. So we did get the rings back up to 21, which is, yeah, we're not going to be able to get to 21 on the orb. I guess I should have started with the orb. It's kind of my bad. And okay, that is a 5-star at the bottom. So now we just need to put things away. Just try and remember to keep things in perspective. And again, that's probably my biggest mistake, is not re-rolling my artifacts until they both had crit damage and flat attack. And I will eventually show you the optimal way I feel like it is to do it, but I have to actually get to the point where I'm creating another set of artifacts, so it might be a while. And I also don't know how successful it's going to be. Basically, there's a, in my opinion, a flaw in how artifacts are generated. It's a fixed RNG based on a few factors, from what I understand. So if you can control for those factors, you're more likely to get what you want. It is still a tedious process, but again, you're going to be investing in these artifacts for so long that you don't have a choice. You have to just embrace the tedious process. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. We are 4 orbs over full stock. Yeah, I really should have started with the ring, I guess. And you can't give them 2 of the same artifact. You get an error like that. Okay. Well, that's something. I'll have to figure things out tomorrow with how I'm going to do this. Basically, this is a problem in terms of just having 1 or 2 overflow is fine. Having 4 means I can't do my usual sweep pattern, because if I do 180, I'm going to lose 1 sweep. So I'll figure it out tomorrow. I certainly didn't mean to create this problem. I might just, I don't know what I'll do. We'll see tomorrow. How many rings do I actually have? This also means I likely, because I am going to burn 9 orbs, and so we'll probably just focus on the orb tomorrow, maybe get the ring to like something. And yes, I realize I haven't pushed. I'm still in 6, so I haven't been pushing. I know I'm gonna, I did say over 4,200. We are over 4,200. I will start pushing eventually. I just need it to work with my schedule. And finally, we need to just finish this out. So give Adrian her 5 levels. I don't know what else we need to do. Gear from the fountain, that's fine. And there we go. So once again, as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. And if you have any questions, feel free to say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And as always, thank you again, and I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.